Pilotman. Let's do it. Flights, that's right, for sure. Yeah, it's the Pilotman. Yeah, flights like some shit ain't cool. Now we in our time. Make me wanna roll a couple blunts and sit back and open up a couple of brews. Now we in our time. Girl, where you at? Got me feeling like my life is starting hurt like I got a flu. Now we in our time. The word is a trap. Got me flowing like we on some bottom. Girl, let's go on a cruise. Now we in our time. Oh, Pontiac flights, your spaceship's like a old Pontiac.
Rest in peace, I'm Pontiac.
Like a old Pontiac flights, your spaceship's like a old Pontiac.
Rest in peace, I'm Pontiac.
Praise God, I say that. Time for you to update. It usually bug. Girl, it's that computer love. Rises all the serpents, but I'm gentle like the cutest dove. Life will have you dirty. Let's just make sure that you use the dove. Tell me, is you trying to get that booty rub? Power in the jiggle, make me fall in with the cupid dove. Yeah. No, you had to lose some friends. If you at the hotel, can you tell me, girl, what room you in? Loose screws all through your head, somebody gotta screw them in. You ain't breaking neck, cause it's some shit that you won't do for them. Not letting go some shit that won't allow you just to move on. Got a lot of dreams that you ain't trying to make a move on. Like boss, what's the greatest ever? Put that on his tombstone. Might just pull up on you unannounced and carrying who home. Like the shit be crazy, dog. I ain't talking Cujo. Some shit just ain't cool, home. Yeah, flights fly by. Some shit ain't cool. Now we in our time. Make me wanna roll a couple blunts and sit back and open up a couple of brews. Now we in our time. Girl, where you at? Got me feeling like my life is starting hurt like I got a flu. Now we in our time. The word is a trap. Got me flowing like we on some body. Girl, let's go on a cruise. Now we in our time. Oh, Pontiac flights, your spaceship's like a old Pontiac.
Rest in peace, I'm Pontiac.
Like a old Pontiac flights, your spaceship's like a old Pontiac.
Rest in peace, I'm Pontiac.
Praise God, I say that. Kevlo got me choosing vibes. Blue genie falling from the sky and coolie high. You not with flight boss, you haven't been truly high. I stand on business, I ain't talking about no suit and tie, yeah. Bitches know I'm ready for the world like a singing group. Trust me, I ain't really want your girl. Why you think it's true? Big ass wedding ring, you done got a wild finger blue. She just wanna learn some different stuff, I know a thing or two. She was really thinking I was gonna save her too. Because her ex up in the face up like he saved her too. Fuck that alpha talk, he's just the same as all the beta dudes. Thank God that I finally made a move just to have you with no baggage. You can be my princess in my castle or my palace. I'm Aladdin, you my Jasmine flying on that magic carpet. Ain't knowing what we should say, just wanna be like Ice Cube. I just hope we have a good day, yeah. Flights like by, some shit ain't cool. Now we in our time. Make me wanna roll a couple blunts and sit back and open up a couple of brews. Now we in our time. Girl, where you at? Got me feeling like my life is starting hurt like I got a flu. Now we in our time. The word is a trap. Got me flowing like we on some water. Girl, let's go on a cruise. Now we in our time. Oh, Pontiac flights, your spaceship's like a old Pontiac.
Rest in peace, I'm Pontiac.
Like a old Pontiac flights, your spaceship's like a old Pontiac. Girl, it's like a bird, praise God, I say that.
Oh, hold on. I ain't got this on repeat. The Spirit had it on repeat, though. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, we're going to elementary class. We got to break down elementary class real quick. So I want everybody in elementary class, we're going back to elementary. You know, elementary. Because, you know, a lot of our tax dollars be going towards stuff that's elementary. A lot of our thought forms that we be thinking is intelligent, elementary. Now, you might have went to high school and college and went to college debt and thought it was something intelligent down here. Well, in the spirit world, it's elementary. You somewhere learning that school is a test. You know what I'm saying? Well, we're going to understand it then. Well, let's learn. What is a noun? We're going to all do it together. What's a noun? This elementary class. What is a noun? What's an adjective? Right? Do that first. For any disgruntled energies, anything. Do I got to do it with y'all? Do I got to do it with y'all? You want me to do it with y'all? I'm going to do it with y'all. I'm going to go ahead and do it with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do it with y'all. I'm going to do it with y'all. A noun. A noun.
According to Khan Academy, a noun is a word that describes a person, place, thing, or idea. Examples of nouns include names, locations, objects in the physical world, or objects and concepts that do not exist in the physical world. For example, a dream or a theory.
Dream or theory, right? Dream or theory. Remember that. Remember that. An adjective.
An adjective describes or modifies a noun or pronoun, adding details about its qualities. For example, in a shiny apple, shiny describes the apple. They also act as complements, like in the house is old.
Universe. Universe.
The universe encompasses all of space, time, matter, and energy. It began with the Big Bang about 13.8 billion years ago and is expanding. The observable universe is about 93 billion light years across, and it's mostly made up of dark matter and dark energy, with visible matter making up only a small fraction.
All right, we in elementary class. What pocket does the universe remain in? A noun or an adjective? I heard began. I heard it spanned across something, and I heard it's fulfilled with matter and substance of the and dark matter. I ain't hear no person. I ain't hear no place. I heard a dream and imagination. Do we need to go back to the definitions? Do we need to go back to noun and what an adjective is? What is a noun? Listen real clear. A noun.
According to Khan Academy, a noun is a word that describes a person, place, thing, or idea. Examples of nouns include names, locations, objects in the physical world, or objects and concepts that do not exist in the physical world. For example, a dream or a theory.
Well, I guess that's a name. A name. So we could describe a name. But I think what universe is this, an adjective. Adjective.
An adjective describes a noun or pronoun, adding details about its qualities. They answer questions like, what kind, or how many. Adjectives can be descriptive, compound, proper, participial, or coordinate, and are usually placed before the noun, like a shiny apple.
Now here's the thing. Universe ain't in neither one of them categories. Universe ain't in noun or adjective. So what is universe there? And you can't put it in on noun because it's saying theory. The name is a noun. We can take action. We can program and get institutionalized into learning about the universe. So that's the action, but it ain't talking about that. We learn about things in the universe. So for the most part, here's the thing. Why is the universe being described as a noun? Do we got to type in a Star Talk video? Do we got to type in a NASA video? Do we got to go on PBS? All of them speak about the universe began. I heard began. Let's do universe one more time. Universe.
The universe encompasses all of space and time, containing matter and energy, including planets, stars, and galaxies. It began with the Big Bang about 13.
Stop. Somebody gonna have to show me an adjective beginning. Somebody gonna have to show me where I ain't know an adjective can begin. It damn sure ain't no noun. So we're in elementary class right now. You know what I'm saying? We have to. We got to think about it like that, whatever, like that. Universe ain't no noun. We ain't never seen no universe take no action. Same way we ain't never seen light travel. But we ain't even talk about that. We're going to talk about this real quick. When the universe got pregnant? Is the universe a location? Is it a destination? Is it a person? Is it a color? You know what I'm saying? What is the universe? If it ain't something that's nearly foggy in somebody's imagination, what is the universe? What is the universe? We got to talk about these things for a second because, you know, a lot of our tax dollars be going towards it. You know, a lot of these tax dollars could be like helping a lot of people out. I mean, helping a lot of inner communities out. A lot of people, a lot of tribes, a lot of people be on their feet and don't worry about gas. You know what I'm saying? Because we got people taking the tax dollars and going towards some other type of gas. None of us can find, though. We can't find that atom, that proton. Like, why we can't find these gases? None of these gases can go in our vehicles. You know what I'm saying? So we got to start thinking about, wow, hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? You got to start thinking, like, who said the universe began somewhere and they had, like, some transit and they got pregnant? And who was the universe in a relationship with? You know what I'm saying? Why we just now finding out who's our father and daddy and mother and stuff? Like I'm saying, why we just figuring out who's our dad? You know what I'm saying? We gotta think about these things. Oh, y'all don't like to think? Oh, okay, I see. I see what this is about. Yeah, I see what this is about. But this is elementary class. We gotta know what's what. The universe is an adjective, not a noun. So anytime the universe is described on a near basis of it being a noun, there's a problem there. There can only be two routes. Somebody scheming to make some money. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody that's lost in the sauce. Either way is wrong. Just like light travel and stuff like that. So we got to like risen up our mind and get to some curriculum because this is part of the problem with humanity right now. You know what I'm saying? Why everybody believe in Matrix and stuff like that. You know, Matrix ain't nothing but a group effort to agree to terms and conditions. So, you know, if you want to join a gang and the gang got certain rules, the rules is a different word for matrix. You know what I'm saying? So change matrix for lifestyle. So who lifestyle y'all live in? Who matrix y'all live in? That's it. Who way y'all think? That's it. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing else. So we got to break these things. See, y'all be making up words for the same things. Y'all be making up fake jobs. Like, yeah, I'm making up a job about how to think. No, it ain't what you think. It's how you think. You can't come up with a job about how we already thinking. Oh, I just had this thought. Let me make a job about it. No. You teach how to think. And then that's supposed to go towards something. So what is it going towards? Relations, social studies, music, engineering. It can't just be like, I got a secret and you fat. I got a secret, Peter Small. You know, I got a secret, Medical Blisky. You know what I'm saying? These are not actually the physical types that I'm breaking down, but it's just how your mind is. Some person will come across some information and think they know something. What the information got anything to do with anything changing in life? You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. A person could be born and die not knowing what 4 times 4 is. Ain't nothing changed them from me fucking and sleeping. Like, now, if they wanted to count some money, they wanted to count some rocks, eventually where it become useful in their life, they'll learn 4 plus 4. But the moment it ain't useful no more, just like bribery and lies, the moment it ain't... you gotta keep it real. You gotta keep it real. I'm from the hood, bitch. I'm from the hood. Please don't make that no sentiment or psyop and everybody in the hood this, everybody, because the people who just lost and ain't got no life, their life is to judge others and then read a book to make it seem like it's okay or something like that. So there's a whole bunch of lost stuff. People lost souls. But we have to make things make sense. What you're actually doing is what you're actually doing. You don't get to say it's something else. You know what I'm saying? So the universe ain't had no beginning. The universe ain't get pregnant. What happened is there was things that had beginnings. There was multiple things that had beginnings. And if we want to generalize it and call it one term, it has no choice but to be an adjective. And that's where all things that's united within the physical world and metaphysics, all the way down to theories, they all encompass the motherfucking universe. Not the universe being something on its own and it gave birth to something. And if you at that starting point, of course your highest intelligence is Big Bang. Of course your highest intelligence is big. So you was like retarded a little bit. What was the Big Bang of the tree? What was the Big Bang of the alligator? Right? Because these are the only things that we are counting up to accumulate to what we call an adjective, which is the universe. Not a universe being one of these things, a person, place, or thing. The universe ain't a person, place, or thing. You know what I'm saying? It's an adjective. You know what I'm saying? We could be in a building. That's a thing. If I want to describe the building, that's an adjective. Yeah, it might be this much diameter, like they said. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Look, let's describe the building. All we gotta do is say universe. So the building is a noun. Now we want to describe the building, an adjective. But we ain't gotta say building. Let's say universe. Universe.
The universe encompasses all of space, time,
Just
matter, and energy.
this magic square.
It began with the Big Bang.
The Big Bang of us putting the bricks together. It's expanding. We got McDonald's from New York to California, baby. Niggas, mission solved. Everybody get an A. Everybody get an A. I don't care what you talking about. Everybody get an A in class. You know what I'm saying? Stop. Don't describe to be an object in the world. It's going to be an adjective. All right. So if I gave you a test and one of the questions on there was, what is the universe? A noun, an adjective, a reprobate, a degenerate, or F, all of the above. Or, you know, it's all of them. Oh, I'm saying. Oh, sure. What is it? Oh, what is the universe? A noun, B, adjective. Oh, I'm saying C, a degenerate. Oh, I'm saying D, a reprobate. What is it? Oh, I'm saying E. What is it going to be? All of the above. If Albert Einstein was here right now, it'd probably be. And light of travel. Somehow we ain't never seen summer floating wintertime yet. I'm like, oh, that. Because like you'll be like, how you tie those two together? The light bring the heat, right? So the heat is hot during spring and summer, right? Right. So one portion of the everybody shouldn't have spring at a different time or at all. So that should be just one area of the world that have only one that got spring. You got to travel to that continent to only experience spring. Know what I'm saying? Don't got no such thing as transition and stuff like that. That don't exist. Like that don't exist. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta keep you. And then for the most part, how we ain't rotating? How's light traveling? If light traveling, how come we ain't never see a whole week of summer and fall time, or a whole week of summer and winter time? Because the sun brings the light, right? It brings the heat, right? So it should be traveling, right? So it should travel on its own. It should travel just like the street light. We cut it off to go up the street. I cut this off, boom. You see the light. The light don't just stop. It goes somewhere, float. You know what I'm saying? We should see that. So we should be seeing all kind of pockets. It should be a time that Alaska was summer all year round. It should be time the North Pole was the South Pole. It should, you know what I'm saying? It should be time, you know what I'm saying? Nigeria. It should have been a time the North Pole was Nigeria. That. Y'all faulty knowledge. Oh, faulty knowledge. I got faulty knowledge. Seem like we're doing one kind of cycle. It seemed like everybody got their time to experience just being a little closer, still having fall and winter. I rest my case. I think we got to have a starting point of we rotating first, not something in the sky rotating to the right first. Now you got to come up with some other 2,000-year-old argument. Well, maybe it's God's hands, God moving the sun and moon. No, how about that just being emanated as we rotate to the left, being a mechanism? The 5 C's rotating to the left. We got an implosion mechanism we get to see. You got your time to face the east, just like everybody else, aka time zone. There ain't no other way it's gonna be a time zone in existence. It's a time for your zone for the sun and moon. Everybody got the same time. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't got no miscellaneous time zones. We don't see like one pocket of spring disappear and end up in winter time. And then we got to start calculating that like that leap year. We don't see that. So light don't travel. Light don't travel. Light just emanate. You know what I'm saying? So the amount of watts, the amount of mass is how far it's going to go, how far it's going to be emanated. It just so happened the hot gas pocket we call the sun, it got a mass one. It got a mass one. So it emanate broader than any other microfluorescent light that we make. It ain't about to travel, though. It ain't about to travel, though, y'all. The cat's flown. Y'all be float out down here. Flown. Update your science. Guess what I ain't need? I ain't need no telescope. I ain't need no technology. All I had was God. Yeah, straight from the tribe of yes, what? Yes, what? Yes, what? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta peep game. You gotta go outside your eyes to telescope. And somebody get $1 million mimicking your eyeball. That's it, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? They done made thousands of dollars, 3D glasses at the movie theater to watch the Avengers and Disney on Ice. They goddamn the solar flare glasses and stuff. Tell us they done made $1 million on the camera, all off your eyeball and stuff like that. You still can't do nothing with it unless you use your eyeball. If you blind, you ain't shit. You ain't about to use none of these things. You know what I'm saying? So I just get rich. I told y'all, all y'all gotta do is wake up one day. Let it be more than 10 people say, yeah, we creating skateboard nation. Some archives looking at you right now. By all kind of skateboard, new type of all kind of stuff. You about to have to pay for something you already do and stuff like other than that. You about to have to pay for your invention. I said, how much does that make it? Other than that. Don't let nobody do that to you. Don't let nobody do that to you. Say they did that so much, they done flipped it and said, man, don't get mad at us. We did it to our own kind. Nikola Tesla, the Albert, I mean, they weren't even real. These guys just made these guys up. Albert Einstein, and these guys made these guys up. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else was in the, you know what I'm saying? Same way they doing with Elon Musk right now. There's somebody else coming up with all these patents and stuff like that. This guy just the face for it. See, these cats ain't sitting nowhere. The technology and stuff. These cats wait till the cameras come and wait till somebody trying to interview or something. Just like Neil deGrasse. He ain't no he ain't no astrophysicist or none of that. He's just somebody up there waiting till the cameras come on. They say, hey, come talk about this rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? That's about it. Other than that, y'all got to tell me why light's supposed to travel. I'm saying, but if you say light you sound intelligent if you think light travel. You like, yeah, I went to school. I know light travel and stuff like that, and I done learned and stuff. No, you went to college there. You went to college then. I'm the highest intelligent thing online. You know what I'm saying? Online became lame in all kind of aspects. You know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of people, bunch of AI, and a bunch of people that try to take sentiments that nobody got. You know what I'm saying? We all just be getting online, just talking and just living. Then you got a bunch of people up here who they like struggling. They be trying to get up here and take a sentiment and be depressed about it. Hey guys, we need to do this. Hey guys, y'all gotta do this and this, that. And, man, y'all stressed out. Yeah, y'all ain't got no life or something like that. Y'all can't wait to get online and talk about something that ain't got nothing to do with y'all. I'm saying then they all be working with the government and stuff. They all try to make the whole online like that. So nobody be online no more. I almost wasn't about to get online today, but I was like, man, what else to do, man? I'm done with music for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. Like, I'm done with music for a little bit. I'm gonna come beat up people's brains. So I gotta start looking at it like that now. Anytime you got people butthurt, trolls, all the way to sentimentism, shadow ban and stuff like that, you just get up. You're just making people butthurt. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it. They don't let no further than that. Ain't no adults in the world. Everybody butthurt for no reason. People butthurt secretly. It ain't even direct. People butthurt secretly or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So idol worship then went way too far. I said that's all that means. The idol worship then went way too far. We still got humans somewhere sitting around mad, and somebody mad at a word that somebody else came up with. That's retarded. None of these things actually represent what people be doing. Remember that part. None of these things be representing what people be actually doing. People just be all lost all over the place. Just like if a person get online, let's say all their content is about being frustrated about something and stuff like that. Man, it ain't about what you frustrated about. It's about you just a frustrating ass motherfucker. I'm saying, because I'm pretty sure whatever anybody did to anybody online as a content creator got done to me 3 times X volume plus 4, volume 4, Super Saiyan and Mega Man. You know what I'm saying? So at some point, no, it ain't got nothing to do with the heart space. It ain't got nothing to do with the brain space. It got something to do with the people who doing it, they lost, and the people who getting it done on them, or they just depressed about a whole bunch of stuff. They lost too. Everybody going to hell. And you don't get to pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? Whatever spiritual space you in that. You don't get to throw it on somebody else and think everybody in it. I'm saying, because you in it, it don't work for everybody. You know what I'm saying? The hell don't work that way. You got to think about it like this. Think about if we lived in a world where all species were to themselves and all humans was by themselves in some type of way, right? It wouldn't even be no relatability energy y'all got going on with each other to start comparing and contrasting and what you think going to heaven or hell. So your whole concept of what you'll be thinking living properly or what you think is done negatively will be more in its natural state before you even start interacting with other humans. And it would be by default, you have my mind state. It would be by default, you know you ain't right. You know something foreign. You know what I'm saying? Just based off early interacting with, let's say you've never seen another human before, y'all first start having to interact. And there's a whole bunch of other things you develop with yourself that y'all start trying to understand each other first before it even get to any stupid stuff y'all be talking about and what y'all be lost in and trying to make up things about. It don't be having nothing to do with nothing that y'all be talking about. Y'all all lost in, I don't know what y'all lost in, but y'all gotta get y'all life together. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get y'all life together in some type of way. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? It's just when you start to talk about formations and what we actually doing this stuff, a lot of y'all is so lost in idol worship. And that goes for all ethnicities. You'll be so lost in idol worship, y'all be thinking y'all doing things that y'all actually not. Y'all be in a situation where y'all might say y'all doing manipulating, but you're lying. You might be in a situation where you say, yeah, I'm doing magic. And no, you just really all lying. There ain't really no other word to call it and stuff like that a lot of times. Because if you was actually doing it, you actually know what that mean and what it's actually talking about. And then it ain't got nothing to do with the spookiness about it. So it's like y'all be trying to find ways to get rich off talking about magi's and talking about the ancients and stuff like that. Y'all don't be having no quality, no power, no nothing about now. I can't watch you and listen to you and listen and hear nothing amazing now. You can't even give a new thought other than Thomas Jefferson. Y'all can't give other thoughts other than Alexandra train of thought. Y'all ain't got no other thoughts. Y'all gonna talk about the Bible until y'all die. Y'all like retarded. Y'all think y'all doing something. Y'all talking to yourselves. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gotta think about, y'all gotta get some type of culture about y'all. But you gotta understand, y'all are doing adjectives and acting them out like they're nouns. That's just like a Christian. You know what I'm saying? You're lost in an adjective. You're acting it out like a noun. Everybody is acting out adjective like nouns. Y'all didn't turn adjectives into real life. It became laws, all kind of stuff. Adjectives. It's how y'all attack each other. It's how y'all debate. It's like everything that y'all not. No wonder y'all all look like Homer Simpson. No wonder. Don't leave no paragraphs in my page. You know what I'm saying? I'm start turning the chat off. No paragraphs or nothing like that. Nobody care about AI or someone lost on people's YouTube page that don't support. We in a whole new time right now. You can't even show yourself as that or that. All that get dumped on the Democratic Party. Anytime we see. Anytime we start seeing paragraphs and all this stupid stuff and stuff like that, that get thrown on the responsibility of the Democratic Party. Until we start hearing the Democratic Party start talking about psyops and online and Sora and stuff like that, it's just as good as the Democratic Party themselves. Nobody cares. I ain't no Democrat. Get off my channel. Ain't nothing you're gonna be able to do. Nothing you're gonna be able to shadow ban. Nothing to convince nobody in my real life and people like me to care about any of that. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to pay for a whole bunch of robot stuff and things. It'd be the Republican Party too, but it'd be mainly the Democrats is more in charge of trying to get everybody that they think is broke or something like that. Conservatives don't waste their time on that. You got to have a little money for them to care about you in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? You just online, some content creator or something like that. You some old struggling Democrat in their brain. So they're going to send a whole Democratic college crew at you and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's all that's about. They're like, nobody be caring about none of that. Like, y'all be ruining yourselves. Y'all ain't got nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? Nobody care about y'all crash out. Y'all crash out qualities and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's y'all get ready to lose y'all crowd. Y'all think y'all get ready to lose y'all FBA crowd. Watch. Y'all keep playing around, y'all gonna lose y'all FBA crowd. And FBA ain't gonna fuck with y'all no more. Y'all ain't gonna have shit. Y'all, that's the last thing left that they trying to change and make everybody conservatives in some type of way. After that, y'all done for. Y'all done for. And if conservatives all in the office and shit, we might as well not even care about voting no more or stuff like that. Just get your money. Get your money and get the fuck out the way. And that's it. And that's pretty much it. Yo, I said, other than that, don't come leaving paragraphs in people's chats. Yo, I said, go find something better to do. Go play on Sora 12. Go play on Sora 13. Go make a movie. Go make 13 Moons movie or something like that. Oh, I said, how about that? Go make a space night movie. Oh, how about that? Go use your creative gifts somewhere where they could be counting or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That'll be all line leaving paragraphs and pages with no photos and then I said, I got time for it. I said, grow up. Grow up. I said, maybe y'all can spend better time writing a better script. That's what y'all need. Y'all need time writing a better script. Stop hating to go write a better script. The Simpsons ain't been shit since the 9-6. Oh, but the 9-6 and the 9-9 2000. Oh, sad. Shout out to Juvie. Oh, sad. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? You gotta notice people be acting out adjectives. Every name in the Bible is an adjective. You can only be acting out of character. We be naming feelings. Especially the English language. The English language is a whole bunch of people who stole other people's culture and then made words out of feelings. Oh, this the feeling somebody had. This the feeling somebody had. Oh, they related it to this pocket in the sky or whatever. This name is Cha-Cha Khan. This name is Yahweh. They start put J on everything and stuff. Get out of here, dude. Get out of here, dude. Get out of here, dude. Oh, that. Oh, I'm saying this is naming feelings. Stuff like that, you got a flunked out feeling and stuff like that. Got a name for it. This person degenerate. That's it. This person a sarcophagus. This person a psycholysis. That's it. That's it. Then you got Italian. That's it. That's how these things came to be, bitch. You get Spanish and shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's all these things be about. And then y'all be getting spooked out because y'all be having religious debates. These be different names for the same thing we call now. You know what I'm saying? You like, I got this inner light. Like Lucifer. They want to describe it. They wasn't pointing to nothing else but your flunked out ass feelings that only you got. No one else be in that light. Just you. You know what I'm saying? We can describe it right now and stuff like that. It don't be nothing different. It be a different Spanish, Italian. If you get lost in the Bible, that a lot of it cosplay native shit. But for the most part, because that's all you're getting over here, military, CIA, and all. That's all you're just getting cosplay and stuff. But that's all it is and stuff like that. Just different names for stuff. You know what I'm saying? Water might be a different name for emotion. Masculine might be a different name for man. You know what I'm saying? The staff, the stick, the sword, that might be a different name for air. You know what I'm saying? It's a different name. You know what I'm saying? So you start understanding these things, you be like, oh, okay, I get it. You don't got to get into no whole 8-hour live stream about, oh, guess what I just figured out, y'all? The sword means word. Take the S off. Oh, put the S back on it. You in slow class. Oh, none of that. Keep that S on it when you talking about it. Oh, none of that. You keep the S on it. It was slow all over the place. Oh, you got mentally retarded. Oh, none of that. No shaman. No, you're not a shaman because you figured that out. You know what I'm saying, real man. So you, hey, guess what? You could cut somebody with your words. No, you can't. No, I'm saying that's it. That's it. You just got lost, scammed your people and stuff like that. Nobody went home and cut somebody with their word. Nobody did it. You still just had to make an allegory, though. You had to say it's a parable. That's it. It's just a parable. You know what I'm saying? It's just an adjective. It's describing something. You like hurting people's feelings. That's it. You like hurting people. That's what you actually did. You just like going, oh, you know magic now because you read the Bible. Oh, see what I'm talking about. Y'all just a bunch of scam artists. That's it, scam. Scam there, narc there, egotistic pervert there. You know what I'm saying? Real degenerate. That's all y'all know how to do is lie and act out adjectives like they nouns. No, it's an adjective, dude. That's an adjective. It's describing what you just did. In reality, you hurt somebody's feelings. Now let's describe that. That was a noun. Let's describe that. You a bad person. And that's it. It really don't be going no further. Y'all be just lost and stuff. Y'all got a whole book of Machiavelli and stuff right now talking about the art of being mischievous. No, you just had a small dick and you had to pay for it. Yeah, don't go for nothing else. You had to be real mischievous, get some money and stuff like that, a little daddy's business and stuff like that. You pay for it if you prostitute. That's it. Or it wouldn't be no such thing as no prostitutes over here in America and stuff that kill all the native men. That's it. If it go any further than that, you get back on the boat. You get right back on the boat. You're on the back of the that. No water splash your face. No splash your dirty face. Oh, sad. Real learn some shit. Learn some shit. Yeah. But you gotta understand, y'all be lost in mind games and stuff. Stop playing mind games with yourselves. Get yourselves in that good position where you know what's actually going on. You know what a person actually doing. So whatever that they saying, even if they talking slow, in the spiritual world is in reverse. They a fast talker. They talking real fast and stuff. So as a spirit, they going to get this collection of neuron energy, get this collection of rock neuron energy, this fire, water, air, earth, and a collection of thoughts that they confuse themselves. Hopefully you confuse once they done talking. Said it ended everything out your pocket. Like everything. It'd be in the middle of the winter time. Your Christmas sweater off your back. Socks off your feet. You know what I'm saying? Middle of summertime. Swimming trunks off your waist. I'm saying you ain't got nothing for yourself. You got some damn taker around you. You got some damn con artists. Con air. Con artists. So you need to peep game. And if you don't know how to peep game, this is why y'all be lost in the sauce. And then y'all having 2,000-year-old arguments, and then you talking about you waking up your people. You ain't when you putting your people to sleep. You put your people right back to sleep. You know what I'm saying? A little night orthopedic bed in the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension. That's it. You don't go no further than that. Then you're gonna have to wake them up. You know what I'm saying? You got to. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mean to put you in a coma. How deep y'all be putting them in the sleep? They went way in a coma. You leave from one word to the other word, to the other language, to the other goddamn geographical location, and all mean the same thing. You thought you talking about something different, though. You thought you was talking about something different, though. So that's what I'm talking about. Y'all got to stop acting out. And this is what I want to break down, too. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all got to understand these things. Y'all got to understand these things. Is this the right one? This is the right one right here. Now, don't get lost, because a lot of people get lost, think this is a tracing board or whatever the case, think this is a circus. Let your mind drift off for a second. That's how you teach first. You know what I'm saying? Because based upon your ethnicity and your phenotype, that's made out of your genotype. And your genotype is your DNA, your blood that flows through you. So your eyeball and stuff and your brain is made out of your blood and stuff, right? So it's how you perceive things. So beyond movies and stuff, you could look. I guarantee somebody from Britain right now think this is a crown. Guarantee. I guarantee. Now, if you another ethnicity, you probably thought it was something else. And then as soon as I said that, you put your shoes in Britain, man, and you was like, damn, I can see how that's a crown. Y'all see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like everybody look at it different and stuff like that. You know, even though I had the crown first. Rest in peace, goddamn meta comment. I'm saying, but like I said, that was a goddamn French psyop name for him. But look, for the most part, boom. You know what I'm saying? Then you think this is up, down, merry-go-round circus. You know what I'm saying? This is really the 4. It's the hidden. You supposed to be the hidden. You is the hidden. So it's 17 lines. A lot of y'all probably ain't catch that in the picture. 17 triangles, 17 circles, 17 squares, and 17 directions going in a swirl, whatever the case. I'm saying, so you could either pick the one that's traveling, the emanation of that, or you could pick this, the emanation of that, either one. But for the most part, it's the it's the 4 times 17. You know what I'm saying? It's 68. So this is coming into life, then dying. going back to the lighter, and then reincarnating into the moon. So you know what I'm saying? Like the moon is a portal. You know what I'm saying? So you beam in from the sun, leave out through the moon, but it's the same mechanism. The moon is just a reflection of the sun. So you play out each form of reflection, go back to the lighter form of the reflection, then go back to the condensity, the thing that's being reflected, the emanation. So we're rotating to the left. And this is not, the sun is not up and down. It's around you. Just because you share the same space and it's on top of you, that don't mean that cloud and that sun don't share the same space as you. You know what I'm saying? So y'all be lost in sauces and stuff. So this is the actual grounding. Know what I'm saying? No, this ain't no mountain. Know what I'm saying? And it's telling you the condensity energy. So even if you into astrology, you can kind of see this as the earth and the water element. You know what I'm saying? The earth and the water element. This would be the fire. This would be the fire and the air element right here. I don't feel like going through all that. But that'd be the fire and the air element if you just flip it up. You know what I'm saying? But that's wrong because it'll be a different type of emanation. But that'd be the water of the earth. So it's coming down into condensity. You know what I'm saying? So you can see it in that. You can see it in that attribute also. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a symbol that represents a mechanism. And that's the natural language. So it's not that symbolism is the language, but it's that we can make symbols out of it. And the mind mimic the spirit. So that's the mind playing out like a cloud in whatever shape and form that the spirit is experiencing at the moment. It makes the mind state, and the mind state play out as the shape and form of the experience. Then the body, the mind condense and make the organ and the body. So the body mimics the mind. So that's us making language and saying things with our body and externalizing and making physical symbols outside of us that might not be as perfect, a perfect circle, square, or triangle, or dot. But at the same time, that's what it is. So spiritually, we just having experiences. Mentally, we develop the mental esoteric alien language. And then physically, we just make mimifications of it. So it's just based off experience. And your spirit always in search for relatable and in sync experiences, regardless of you a negative or positive person. You just supposed to be wise enough to know how to compare and contrast if your in sync or relatable energies is self-serving, which ultimately going to become negative, and you're not going to be able to see it as it being self-serving if you're amongst others with the same goal, or is it self-service, right? And then that relatable and sync energy is self-service. So it's going to be relatable and sync to you and others, even at the sacrifice of some not being as relatable and sync for you. It's something greater. For an example, right? You might want to eat something early before it get plumped. And that's just because you greedy. But if you let all of it become fruitful and ripe, you might have more to harvest and don't have to struggle when it gets less and it ain't more where it came from type of quality. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. And a lot of times, y'all don't pay attention to these type of energies. Sorry, y'all don't pay attention to these kind of energies. It's starting to get chilly now. So first is the experience. Then you develop the symbol. Is this your mind plan in the alchemy of what you just put together? And where you're experiencing other spirits doing the same thing. So your modification version of it, your subjective version of what we're doing objective. Objective is we all have a mind. We all have the ability to think. Subjective is you're going to do it in your own way. So you do the what, but the how is what we all doing. So you have to come up with your specific how towards the what. You know what I'm saying? So when we say we have a common ancestor, it ain't DNA wise, but it's the thing that makes the DNA, would condense and become the DNA, the mind. So obviously our first bodies is the mind. So the body physical form is an extension of the mind, not the mind being an extension of the body. The body is an extension of the mind. As a spirit, you always make the mind body first. That's the first body. Then with teamwork makes the dream work, we could give birth to each other with that creation, mutation, evolution. So for the most part, that becomes what we call an evolving. not this scientific term of evolution where y'all think y'all from a whole nother species. Because that, I don't know where y'all getting that type of evolution from. That's retarded. Because you will get into an evolution, and then the first thing you say is you start describing another species. No, you, the species you is. How did you come from another? That don't make no sense. You come from the human thought form. So the human thought form condensed and became the human organs. You didn't come from no monkey thought form. You didn't come from no alley. So what we all got in common is thought form beings. That's it. That never stopped. The thought is motivating the organ. The organ ain't motivating the thought. You have to physically get hurt to start reacting with your thoughts. But purely when you're in calm state, you have to think first, then move. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first on a higher on a percentage scale. So your form of thought ain't like no lion. Your form of thought ain't like no monkey. So, and then if you have more comprehension, your evolution scale was longer than theirs. So you're a whole separate entity. You ain't connected to them. What the fuck is people talking about? We all got noses because of what world we in, and that's what we all create because we had the mind to make that organ. But we all gonna have our own versions of noses. So the human thought pattern got their own version of a nose. The animal thought versions got their own versions of noses. You know what I'm saying? Fish got their own versions of nose gills. You know what I'm saying? A suction energy. So it's just all spirits have the ability of something. We all have the ability of suction, internal, dimness, closeness. Then we all have the outsuction, the output, external, brightness, distance. You know what I'm saying? So you got brightness, distance, expansion, explosion, but internal, closeness, imploding, suction. So that's just an ability. So whatever spiritual root race pocket, that's a Malavablisky word, but whatever grouping of spirits got their particular teamwork makes the dream work and their level of comprehension, whether they became before or after, they have a less or more sufficient way of developing a suction energy and an exhaustion energy. Because we all coming from that ability of internal, external, implosion, explosion, closeness, distance, dimness, brightness. So distance is a correlation to brightness. You can't have one without the other. And dimness and darkness is a correlation to closeness. You can't have one without the other. So when I say we're rotating to the left and you're on your time zone, micro size and large seasonal wise, spring to summer, fall, and winter, which is a version of Yahweh was walking talker. You know what I'm saying? Truly, when you experience in PM or fall and winter based upon your time zone, you're in a close dimness, a condensing. And then when you're talking about something being more distant, then purely that's when you start to face the east, and then you see something get ready to be emanated, which is the sun. And then on your time zone, you're experiencing brightness. You're not in the collection of the imploding of it. You're in the less dense version of it. So it's just more expanded or less dense. So less dense, distance, masculine, you can't have one without the other. Closeness, feminine, condensing, you can't have one or without the other one. You know what I'm saying? So for something to appear to be going right, you have to be rotating to the left. Can't have one without the other. See what I'm saying? And if you try to separate them, you get lost in NASA. The sun came from the east, the water came from the north and fell on Earth, and somehow Earth got materialized with life here with no sense of water. And then water had to land here and multiply like baby kids. And somehow the universe got pregnant and had a birthday. That's all faulty. That's all wrong. All wrong. Light traveling, wrong. All wrong. We know light emanating. How is we coming up with the science of watts? And the amount of watts is how far the emanation will expand. So it's being emanated, not traveling. You know what I'm saying? So it don't move. It's a source of power, and you're just seeing the expansion or the resource of it. And that's it. The smaller the resource, the smaller the mass, the smaller the light emanation. So if you have the atmosphere colliding on a large scale, here's how you get the sun. Not traveling, but also kick off a cycle for it to have a wind breeze, for us to have a water flow, and for us to have a seasonal transition. Bitch, that's movement based upon us, not the sun. That's a makeup. You know what I'm saying? That's the makeup of what's springing off the movement, not that movement itself. That's the early lighter stage. That's why the sun ain't heavy like a rock. It's a bunch of micro things in the level of the atmosphere where a lot of things could come together that's light, but be in one space as a condensing energy. So for the most part, it's like it's light in weight, not photons, light in weight, but large in mass. So it's showing us what's possible. Something physical can be heavy with velocity, volume, and mass, but it's a collection of the lighter substances. All the dust come together to make the rock. All the light come together to make the cloud. All the atmosphere come together to make the sun. Okay? Very simple. What I'm saying. Guess what I ain't used? A telescope. Guess where I wasn't at? A science lab. Guess who gonna try to argue with me? People from here. Guess what we'll still have after the fact? 2,000-year-old arguments. God damn. I want my Nobel Peace Prize. The best they can do right now is just copy it and then give somebody else a Nobel Peace Prize. Their whole intent is making somebody mad. Like, that don't mean anything. Like, it don't mean anything. You don't get to be remembered. 100 years don't get to go past and you get to brag and boast about you or your descendants. Everybody around that time gonna be like, that person was a thief. That person was a descendant of reprobates. That's it. Ain't people tired of living like that? Don't spend more time, man. Well, how can we make people not think like this no more in the future and write it down in the book? No. Stop going to hell. Just be right. Just do right. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Why people can't just... Now, why you humans just can't be right? I don't get it. Why? Like, what's so enticing about going to hell? I don't get it. Just because you ain't go there yet, all right, somebody ain't been in California yet. They still got to drive there when they get there. You know what I'm saying? That's when they get there and stuff. It's a whole roll when they got to get there and stuff. Like, they can imagine all they want once they, if it's there, if it's real or not, and what store they going to go to, or what goddamn weed store they going to go to or not. You know what I'm saying? A weed dispensary. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? They got nothing to do with nothing else. That weed dispensary might not even be there. Everybody from the hood probably robbed the hell out that damn weed dispensary or whatever. By the time you get there, ain't nobody there. You know what I'm saying? Nobody there but a few gang flags and things of that nature. You get ready to get your ass robbed and shit like, you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing there, so you end up in the Crenshaw Park. It's the only thing getting ready to happen to your ass. You know what I'm saying? Shit just be lost as hell. So that's what I'm saying. You don't know where you ended up. You just happy. I like where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So you made your life about what other people done did somewhere already, and you happy to be in there. You just made the whole vibe lame though. Watered it down. Nobody care about it no more. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? It ain't natural. It ain't the one with the sword. It ain't the one who using the word. It's the one who wields it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just take cultures, take words and stuff like that. Can't wield it for shit. It's watered down. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just let you know this the Mecca. This the Mecca. So this teach you that too. You know what I'm saying? So you can say it's around. I mean, it's like a merry-go-round too. If you want to look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people say like we spending on time. Or they want to say it's the edge of the earth. I don't know where people getting these concepts from. You know you're in a cycle. You know you're in the spring, summer, fall, and winter. So you know that condensed in micro versions. How the wind is blowing. What pushed that as a cycle? You know what I'm saying? Like everything. So why people don't think it's just a cycle? Why people think it's in the middle of some universe because they got indoctrinated that the universe is a noun. So Earth is a ball inside of the universe now in these people's brains. That's a flat earther brain. You see, I'm so intelligent, you can't even make me a flat earther because you don't have to be a flat earther for the fans to get online and start calling you a flat earther. Like when you're just intelligent and stuff like that, they just throw that title on you, then have a bunch of retards online that they controlling to make it seem like they got some truth or whatever. So a person that they call a flat earther might have an idea to get into it, and it's an inside joke of everybody being retarded. And they stole that from the Great Plains and all the Native Americans down there and things of that nature, and the Ute tribes and shit. and the grassy lanes and stuff like that. And they wasn't talking about it being flat. And it's really how we all be talking about it, from us East Woodland all the way up here northwest and stuff like that. The earth is a plane. And the landmass we created with the mount, like the cities ain't even changed. They just like a lot of the mounds that they put hills over and stuff, but like where houses and all that stuff was at, they ain't changed that. Like, what y'all think Europeans came over here and built up America? No, they stole it and kept all the forts and stuff. Native Americans built that. We already built the cities. We built the villages and stuff. All they did was remix it and update it. And it had slaves come over here and made y'all think they was native everywhere when they made y'all think they was native to y'all African lands. That's it. All they do is go and take over shit. They ain't built the damn pyramids, but they got it on their damn dollar bills. They ain't built none of the streets, the roads, the way things look over here, but they over here claiming the goddamn shit and just renovating shit and just using slaves, immigrant. They whole concept is immigrant. That's what the whole Statue of Liberty is about. Let this be the land of the immigrants for us to make slaves and just do what other people cultures was already doing over here, all the way down to their spiritual systems. That's it. It ain't nothing else. Like, if y'all think y'all are out of y'all minds, for real, they got y'all lost. They got y'all lost in Siberia stuff, out of Africa theories, all kind of shit. So if you ain't attached to the land in no way, and you ain't around nobody, and you ain't got no family, you don't know shit. All you know is to get a dollar bill. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know nothing. Like, you think Europeans built up over here. No, the hell they didn't. Do you know how many hundreds of it took 200 years to downsize our government? In the meantime, that shit getting built. So when you think about the 1600s, when you think about the 1500s, we more in charge. It ain't just, it's white people and bringing small black people and all of us together building up. And this ain't no white people just built up everything and somehow just start relaxing. And now it's just Mexicans building all the houses and stuff. No, it always that way. Whatever going on now is how it always been. If it's mass manipulation now, that's how it was. It wasn't just onslaught war. It's getting manipulated into one. And it's first, let's see if we can make them fight each other first. Like, y'all get these Avenger stories, these cats be giving y'all, these war stories that never existed. And then they got their ass kicked for a whole 200 years by my people. And it took about the 1700s for them to really get their government over here established, because they brought a bunch of Africans and Asians and Arabs. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But 1600s, native government. 1500s, native government. And then 1500s, really, you wasn't even living over here. People was getting their ass kicked and shit. The first time people was trying to be cool, 1600s, like 1609 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? First time people trying to be cool. And then heard through the grapevine of what motherfuckers is doing in South America and Central America during the same time. And the little tactics that they did, because they was more warring Native Americans. And the Spangler, they had more help. So they took that and took that as a thing, and then took our qualities of how we came together. And that's how the French and the Britain and the England came together. And then Germany looked at that as amusing. So the same way England looked at what the Spain did and coming together with them as amusing, but Germany's just still too far away. So it was the same. It's the same. All white boys unite, but they just look at it like, how can we get over? And if one or the other team get over, they'd take that quality. Like, that was a good quality. That was a good quality. So their whole God concept is degeneracy. How well you could go take people's military practice on their land, minding their own business with their own people. You know what I'm saying? But it was all strategic manipulation. I wouldn't call it strategic. I just call it manipulation, though. You know what I'm saying? So because, I mean, we can't say it's strategic. Look where we at. It took a lot of killing. That's not strategic. If some take a lot of killing, it ain't strategic. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think we ever been in a peaceful place. We still here today. Look where we at today. Ain't shit strategic. We still talk about terrorists and all kind of shit. America been broke. Ain't shit strategic. You know what I'm saying? Then look what they're doing with AI right now. They could have did that with video games and slowly but surely slid into what they're doing now, because that's all people doing now with their games. Same with the YouTube screen and stuff like that. but they missing points. You got to have a purpose to something. If you're going to have Tupac, make it a purpose. If you're going to have Michael Jackson, Martin Luther King, and Elvis and all these people, man, I don't even think they had Elvis, but make it a purpose. Okay, it's a wrestling game or something like that. Then let it be things you could do on the game that ultimately be the same thing. Now people blinded from it being used to be manipulated on, or it to be a joke that people ain't get. You know what I'm saying? Or a praise that people ain't cool with, especially the family of these people. And people gonna want their money, since we make it a world of money system, right? It would have been a situation where it's like the video game made so much money. It could have went beyond a video game though. But a video game made so much money, people who would have been complaining would have been less on a percentage scale, and it would have been enough money to give a couple of checks out. Then motherfuckers would have been shut up. Then you could easily slide it in where, hey, on WWE 2018, 2028, whatever the versions of these things, they trying to make like Madden. There's things that you can make new backstage things and use the software to re-innovate something they did in history that looked real or something like that. And now you can control it, or now you can push what you want this person to do. It could be like how y'all made Final Fantasy games, where you got to click 3 options, and let's say it's the app, and you could make Tupac choose a different decision. Tupac and Suge Knight car, make him get out the car early now, or whatever the case. What happened now, or whatever. Like, make Grand Theft Auto like that or something. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Then when people play with it, and then they can do it online, how people be recording they Tekken matches together and stuff like that. It technically would be the same thing y'all doing now. But what y'all doing now ain't got no purpose to it. So that would have been the lead way. And then the lead way would have been just that without all the backlash. Because, you know, some nerd would have eventually took their goddamn PlayStation or Xbox or the computer and then said, forget the video game, the same way they doing with Grand Theft Auto right now. And just make a whole thing like what we doing. Like, and it wouldn't even been seen that bad. And y'all would have still been making hella money. Now y'all gotta go back to the drawing board a little bit. Y'all might still could roll out the plan, but it gotta be updated now a little bit. It ain't getting a response like y'all thought because of the other stuff y'all did with it. That ain't had nothing to do with that. See what I'm saying? Like, it's almost to the point that even when it get into politics a little bit, y'all did the AI stuff to the citizens so much, it might be a lot of conversations, which it is. There's going to be a lot of conversations that the moment y'all releasing more source, the moment people going to say that was what Trump was with the assassination of Trump or Charlie Kirk and all that stuff. The moment people going to start tying all the bullshit that y'all doing to people to the stuff that y'all want everybody to pay attention to y'all about. You know what I'm saying? Eventually. So that's the backfiring. The stuff y'all got planned is actually going to work against the other stuff y'all need it for. You see what I'm saying? Now, what's stopping people from having conversations about the Mario Luigi dude? I mean, the Luigi dude killing the hospital. Now, who's stopping this conversation from saying that was Sora? Or the train and the homie with the dreadlocks, Baraka homie, predator looking dude stabbing a white girl. Who's to say that wasn't Sora? Or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So it's like making things vague can only go in 2 ways. You don't want it to do that though if you're intelligent. You know what I'm saying? Especially the way people woke now. Going in this way, you don't want it to go in this way because it's only going to be 2 options. It's only going to be people starting to have conversations about, the government trying to make things vague so they can actually start doing this to people, or now the government is backfiring on themselves and crashing out. And so that's like pretty much it. That's the only 2 routes it can go. So they can't really go. Y'all don't want it to go that route because you're not ever going to be able to use it no more. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like y'all doing one thing, but y'all calling other things work. Like, for an example, AI ain't nothing but Project Blue Beam. If your mind is the sky. So they might be trying to work on that, but ultimately the Sora and the AI shit was Project Bluebeam. It's just your imagery and stuff like that. So when y'all start getting on TikTok and stuff, y'all start seeing Jesus floating in the sky or whatever. All right, that's Project Bluebeam. It was always Sora. It was always AI. You know what I'm saying? They trying to make the projection in the sky, but at that point it'd just be retarded and stuff like that. But they be having these origins of Jesus. But you know what I'm saying? These people who's making these things, they gotta realize, like, you're in America. Like, Jesus ain't, like, God ain't white. God ain't a white man. It's like, I'm sorry to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, God ain't no man or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can't just be like saying we about to create Project Bluebeam or we about to create TikTok evolutions of God. God a straight up white man. Wait a minute. Yeah, y'all done went a little too far. Y'all saying shit. I love all y'all though. I love y'all. Y'all know I ain't racing about that. I love everybody. The shit I hear online, I be thinking, how ain't y'all in some position or in jail or something like that? Like, I really be thinking, I'm like, man, online got to have some real haters in these government seats or something like that. Cause, or you're just following people, and if you was following me, I done made y'all crash out. Cause I don't have y'all sentiments, so I don't get it. And y'all done put yourselves in an area that look weird. Cause the stuff I hear some of these people say and be like thinking, I be like, and then they on it every day. Like, they ain't got no life. So it's like they ain't youthful about it, even if they do slide into it. Like, y'all hear what I'm saying, y'all hear to me like it's not a thing. Like, so it's not affecting me. So it's like we all can still be at peace. But you got these people be up here every day, like, especially these women. I hate to name names, but these are like Pearly Gates, Candace Owens, and stuff. Like, huh? Like, it make you think like that. This is y'all life. Y'all wake up every day on this type of stuff every day. Like, thinking about other people that y'all got nothing to do with. And a lot of these things just be college relationships. These not your people. That's why I said if you in college, man, y'all need to start teaching that. Start teaching what y'all actually do. Stop worshiping adjectives. That's idol worship. And the noun is the noun. When you get out of college, especially if you was in certain pockets in college, you know what you only be looking for and what you only going to shout out. Especially when it's come to these HBCUs and stuff like that. They be quick to try to hate. They hate on somebody like me and shout out somebody with a moon crescent hat on or some stuff like that. I'd be like, oh, that's the feds or somebody in college automatically and stuff like that. That's intentional. That's intentional. Because everybody and their mama know they was around me in real life. And everybody in real life, you only dealing with our type of culture. You only dealing with my kind of mind. So you online scamming in some type of way. And God don't like ugly. You know what I'm saying? People be online ugly. So they got to use AI and stuff in the webcam, deep fake motion cap. Because these people are ugly, man. These people are ugly in the heart. They don't have anything to do but be sarcastic because they ain't got something wrong with them in their personal life. They don't like something in their personal life. So they don't have a lot of things to do to be spiritually proud of themselves that sounds beautiful, that it could present itself or whatever. So they present themselves to compete, to fulfill something that they may lack. You know what I'm saying? So they put themselves into a situation where they're trying to extract, like wine, other people's fruit and energy, and since they don't got it, remix it, put some sugars and sweetens in it, right? And make it seem like they shit is sugar. Like they shit don't stink. You know what I'm saying? And that be action, man. I don't be caring about what people be talking about. Once I hate energy. You ain't supposed to be a man speaking in code and being in that type of things of that nature, right? Because females understand that more than men. So your female, when men play out a lot of energies that way, I know that they have women around them that don't respect them. Either their mother don't respect them, aunties, or the woman that they have fucked in their life don't respect them. And if any woman is around them, they getting a check, guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like red pill community. You're really competing with other men. You don't drop your nuts like that. You're probably a college nerd or a military brat. So you rather shame a woman. You ain't gonna shame the man, but ultimately you're mad at the men she fucking. So you really secretly criticizing the type of man, but it's disguised in she make poor decisions when it comes to picking men or whatever the case may be. So a man start he don't want to really, he been taught to lie, so he make it seem like it ain't no lie by talking about things that don't even have anything to do with him. Like, you don't want no BBL, so why you talking about her ass? You don't want your nails done, so why you talking about how much you want nails? You know what I'm saying? Your mind state and what you might have to do with your hands and labor and putting on cars and fixing shit and things around the yard or whatever the case may be, they're in a different mind state what they use with their hands. So they like to be in more the percentage scale of being pretty. So even when they're looking at their hands or whatever, they might like a lot of colors on it or whatever. You know, whatever they mind on. Right? You need to know that ain't the issue. That ain't what you complaining. You know what I'm saying? You complaining what choice of men she fucking if she ain't fucking you. And you have been indoctrinated to think if you was to go along with this pilgrim concept, that's going to get you some pussy. But the European concept only lead to raping and pillaging. And making a single mother concept by getting rid of all the strong men after a while and things of that nature. And then creating the prostitute energy. Making a woman work for you in some type of way. And it don't really be about the money. It be about trying to make somebody think like you and be a succubus. You know what I'm saying? And create the delusion about it's some money or whatever. These all are tactics Europeans created to make a game only they can win in. The old ones, not the ones now. And I don't know why ones now be trying to take these credits. I don't know what y'all want to be evil people. No, you just white now. Just be white now. You not no Mayflower boat. No. You're not no pilgrim. No. You just some Jesuit reading books. So that's it. You just some mixed Italian and Spangler person or something. Just some mixed German. You know what I'm saying? Some from Africa or something like that. That's it. You know what I'm saying? From Europe. So that's it. Britain. That's it. You're not these people. These people done died off and went to hell and ain't never coming back. Y'all struggling to uphold their shit. That's why. You know what I'm saying? The negative spirits stay in hell. They don't come back. I don't know where the hell y'all didn't get lost at. You do not want to take them claims. Let them people burn. You know what I'm saying? Every settler that didn't got lost. That's the whole concept of getting lost. When you on somebody else's land and die and bury yourself over there too, your spirit is trapped. That ain't the land of your phenotype. So if you did that by choice, you in hell by choice. You know what I'm saying? Now none of y'all white people are them people. So y'all don't got to do what they did. Don't try to scratch the surface. Not even mentally. Chill. We all regular. Let us all be mixed in our percentage scales and stuff like that, and then more on our phenotypes, and then let us come together like that. But these old tactics that people be trying to use, it's only 30% of y'all. And then that don't go nowhere. It don't even work for nobody. It don't even work for y'all. Y'all done crashed out on Sora. Sora could have been so much greater. I seen good hopes for Sora. You would never see Dolo on Sora now. You know what I'm saying? You would never see no real spiritual Sora. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna have to create 2,000-year-old arguments. Y'all gonna have to use Tupac for another 1,500 years. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna have to use Biggie Smalls and stuff for another 50. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. There ain't no real spirits about to get down with that shit. I'm telling you that right now. And then it's only 30% of y'all. Then where that's gonna go? And then who y'all gonna sell all this shit to? Broke people? So it's only going through the inboxes of college people and people in the military. So it's just anytime we see Sora, we see pervert. That's it. We don't need to go no further than that. And that's humanity. That's where we at right now. And I love you. Flight boss, bitch, you know, for sure. You're not listening to the bottom of the table. Got to a Royal Archangel Uriel. And I really care. God do these motherfucking responsibilities. Rack the swat, hill, hold that yellow hoop. Massa so it. Mama not to it. You better motherfucking believe it. Yes, well, all right. Yeah, well.